Mhm.
Hey guys, Mongolian Mindset, and today we're gonna be helping Zendaya,
Zinderzed.
Wunderschön.
Zendaya, Zendaya, find his
Yes.
personality type. I hope it's helpful for him. It's been extremely helpful to myself and the other INTJs here. I'd highly recommend you guys find your Enneagram as well because, like we've been saying, we think MBTI is the tools you have, and we think Enneagram is who you are and how you present that into this world. So let's get into it, man. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Zinda Z, and yeah, basically that. I'm Zinda Z.
Mm-hmm. Where you from, man?
Yeah, I'm from Uganda, in Africa. Yeah, I'm in the final year of university.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's yeah.
All right, man. I'm just hit you quick and early, man. What are your dreams and goals?
The dreams and goals. Um, First of all, I'm pursuing software, and yeah. So I wanted a career in technology at least because it's what it's what uh, it's what is like the most important thing at the moment. When you can figure out the machines and how things like maybe how those technologies work. Yeah, it's like it's a very, to me it seems like the very necessary thing to do, at least in this time, in this age. Yes.
Okay.
So that's so the dream, yeah, it will be actually that is working in tech and using technology to kind of solve the problems, because it's like now it's the most efficient way. It's like the most efficient way of solving problems at the moment. When you can tell a computer what to do, it does it for you, since they are more they are so much better than humans. Things like the AI right now. Uh, so yeah,
Oh, dude, that's awesome. What do you see yourself in 5 years, 5, 10 years?
where do I see myself in 5 years? Um, Let me see. Wow. Okay, I actually don't like. I don't particularly know where I could see myself in 5 years. Um, what I normally, let me see how I could answer that question. How do I see myself in 5 years? Um, Truth is that I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
all right.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to be remembered for?
What do I want to be remembered for?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me see. What do I want to be remembered for? What do I want to be remembered for? Okay, I think I want to be remembered for let me see. Wow, I have really, you know, never deeply analyzed those that kind of question. Like, okay, what do I really want to be remembered for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. but I think I would want to be remembered for having some kind of like impact, mostly technologically, and also like helping people in that regard. Yeah, basically that, and also maybe yeah, okay, maybe basically that, but there's also something I don't know how to formulate. Maybe it's something to do with knowledge, because I seem to be interested in knowledge, in finding out things, in figuring out things. So in that way, I might be like it would be like a need to be remembered in that regard. Like I discovered something, or I found out something that was really hopeful, be it in tech, or be it in psychology, which is also currently my interest. Yeah.
What do you think is one thing that holds you back as a person?
Oh, one thing that holds me back as a person. Okay, I don't think it's one thing. There are a bit many. One of them is let me see. Okay, the first I wanted maybe I don't need to rank them, because I even don't know if I know the order, but one of them is like the I'll term it as confidence. Yeah, because it's like, okay, whenever something requires me to for instance, to face maybe a very large number of people, or it requires me to go and plead to certain people, you know. It is kind of a difficult for me to go down that path. Most of the times, some of opportunities like that pass by me, just because I couldn't really, you know, like I have to first collect myself, collect a lot of and I'm like, okay, now I'm ready, let me go, and it's like it happens, but in most times it is very difficult. It may end up not happening, you understand? Whereby I kind of collect my energy and then go. So that's one of the main holdbacks. And let me see, the other one is like I kind of have this feeling that I still have a lot to like, I still need a lot of preparation. I don't have enough information. Maybe you don't have so it's like that kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, those are the major ones. It's like even like it is so much pointed to me that way. Like when I'm with my friends, we're trying to do something here. We are like a group in our first year. We are so excited. We are going to do this. We organize ourselves, have so many ideas how things are going to go. But then like one of the major challenges we faced was actually me, whereby I was like, every time I kept like, okay, we are not yet ready. Let us. We need to first of all know this. We need to know how we're going to specialize in this. Like, who is going to do this? Maybe you should do. So it's like a lot of preparation before the actual thing happens. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think you overanalyze? Is that the problem?
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Yeah, over analyzing and it's like, okay, the word is over preparation and the feeling of not being ready. You understand? Yeah, like a feeling of not being ready, feeling of lacking, not having enough maybe enough knowledge, enough information. It's like I still need more, that kind of feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we know your Enneagram, man. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
But we'll keep going here. So how do you feel about making a decision? How do you go about making your decisions?
Making decisions. Okay. How do I go about making my decisions? No, that's a complex process for me because let me see. I usually use a lot of internet to make very important decisions. Yeah. So like when I was joining in college, I remember. Yeah, it was one of my main dilemmas because it was a division. My family wanted me to do particularly they wanted me to do medicine, and I didn't resonate with medicine at all, and they were all in. You have to be like your father. Your father's made all these things happen. He has to lead like maybe a successor there, and I was like, first of all, I couldn't handle blood, things like that. So what was the question? I've
It's
kind
all
of
good,
forgotten.
bro. And the question was, shit, I fucking forgot, man. Oh, God, my memory's pretty bad too. Damn, dude, I forgot. Kelly, say
Hit
something.
him, hit him with the
Yes.
genie question.
Huh? Okay.
Yes.
Hit him with the
Go ahead and
genie
ask him, Thomas.
question.
Ask him, Thomas.
If all right, if you had three wishes, you could have anything, any three things could be anything. What would it be?
Wow. 3 wishes.
Yeah.
I would first of all, I feel like, yes, the first wish would be knowledge of everything. Like I feel like one of the things I need to and apparently that's why I like ChatGPT so much. It's like it's helping with that a lot. I would wish to know so many things. I would wish to know, like, okay, the major wish would be knowing everything.
You got 3.
Yeah, because 3 wishes. Let me see the next one. So after I know everything, I feel like that's a sufficient wish, because if I know everything, then I can finish effectively. I will know what.
Okay, well, I'll hit you where it hurts.
Yeah,
With that.
yes.
Just because you know everything doesn't mean your health's good. So you didn't wish for health.
The health, yeah. I will know how to fix that.
Huh?
I will know how to fix, like
I mean, yeah, who says
I
that?
feel like
You may not have the tools necessary.
mm-hmm.
You might be limited to the tools you have at disposal. I mean, you might be, you might need certain things and not have it. You might know it, but
Oh,
be able to get it. Everything.
like you don't. Okay, maybe for me, I was looking at it in so much general term, because it would be. I've literally thought of that, because I was like, okay, if I have knowledge of everything, then I think I don't like that would mean that I could figure out any, like let me say that what usually stops, okay, in my perspective, what usually stops someone from completely maybe figuring out stage is that you have something missing, and they, yeah. Okay, let me try to see if there's something else. Wish to know everything.
Kelly, you okay?
I don't know any other thing. Let me see. Maybe have the capability of, yeah, maybe like you have pointed out that maybe you might have the knowledge, but no capability, or maybe that's also something that is important. Have the capability of executing, or of capability. Yeah.
All right. If you could have any job in the world, what would it be and why?
Job in the world. Let me see. I could have any job in the world. Okay.
What would you go for?
I think it would be soft, like technologist. It is most likely it would be okay. It would be I think two things. What would it be? Like any job, one job in the world. Yeah, it would.
You'd be anything: sports, president, guardian, galaxy, anything you want, any job, man. You do it all.
Okay, I think it would be wow. Wait a bit. Very sorry. Any job in the world. Yeah, it would mostly be some job of research scientist, maybe. I guess. Yeah, because like if I could do that, okay, I kind of have this thing whereby even though it's more like I have this natural need to keep, like, okay, I would term it as so having so many questions in my mind, so they need somewhat to be answered. So by default, I end up falling to that. So if it would be a job, then I think it would be a better, because I will spend most of my time researching and finding out things. Yes. Yeah.
So when you go about learning a new skill, how do you do that?
Learning any skill like what's a skill?
Like a skill, like let's say if you wanted to learn a new trade or a skill, anything like a trade, or like let's just say simple as learning to pick a lock.
Pick a lock.
Just say,
okay, something to be done. That's a skill. Oh, yeah. I would go to the internet, and that will be my first thing. Like and gather information about it mostly. Yeah, and then see maybe some videos of people how they do it, and then practice along with them. I think that's what I usually do with my coding lectures, at least. Yeah. For instance, if I want to learn a framework, I just go and I learn the framework. I research on YouTube, I go to ChatGPT, and then I code alongside them. And yeah, as I'm doing the as long as I pick a certain project that I learn alongside. Yeah.
You've brought up GPT a few times. What value have you found in Chat GPT? Like, what do you use it for? What value have you found in it?
Yeah, actually, it has eased my my programming. It's like I mostly use it for that. But I just give it the scenarios and it codes everything for me. So it is so much useful in that way. And also in settling my questions. For instance, I had lots of questions around religions, and I was like, okay, how do I resolve that? You understand? Because so it helped me sort out my thoughts and somehow cool down my burning curiosity. Yeah, so that's primarily that. So that's how I use it at least, and it can answer it can basically answer anything. So I use it in that way to help me answer stuff. Yes.
What stresses you out?
What stresses me out? What stresses me out? Yeah. Mostly what stresses me out seems to be what's the term for it? Maybe is it dramatic conversations? I don't know if they're called that, but let me see. All right. It's some sort of conversation whereby yeah, like well, I don't know how to put it, but I think they're called dramatic conversations.
Like people like being really emotional. Is that kind of like what you're trying to say?
You understand them, and let me see. Yeah, something like that. It's like people. Can you still like? Am I speaking or?
Freezing. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, bad connection.
Okay. Yeah. So I was saying that, yeah, it's kind of that emotional kind of conversation, but driven in a way that let me see. Yeah. Okay. It is sort of uncomfortable for me to be in such a situation, in such conversations. Yeah. That really usually stresses me out. And let me see. Yeah, that's what I think usually stresses me out. And I want because I want to think about some other sort of, because at least I know that stresses me out, but it's not like I'm always in that. So stuff like, you know, I could say I could categorize it as maybe deadlines or what, because things like exams coming up, and I think they stress everybody. So but things like exams coming up, assignments, what. So it's like, yeah, that's the major stressor for me. Usually things that I like okay, maybe it's more like I usually don't see why I should be doing certain things, but you know, they become kind of a must, and then those things I end up not prioritizing them over the bit. For instance, like I could have an a coming up exam, but you know, I have this project I'm working on, and I'm like, I could concentrate on this project, and then when time comes for the exam, I'm like, I'm not yet all ready, and then I start reading everything in that one night, and yeah, those kind of things stress me out. Yeah.
Do you find it difficult to make decisions, and why? Or why not?
Yeah, I find it difficult to make decisions. I find it really difficult to make decisions. That's the truth. The major reason is that I don't want to make stupid decisions. Okay, I don't want to. I would put it this way: I don't want to make mistakes. I usually, and then the decision points are the points where mistakes are normally made. So I take really making decisions a very like something that is so vital, and I take longer to conclude on certain decisions because I need to maybe to read about that kind of thing, to ask around, like from people who know about that, and kind of think over that. So it's really a long, is it called a long shot? Yes, that kind of, it's like it takes me longer to, and it is, yeah, it is problematic to me every time I have to make a decision. I'm like, okay, now another time as, so it takes me some good time to make a decision, and I'm so careful about it.
All right, man. We're not gonna draw you out too long here. So we got your personality.
Okay.
And we got your Enneagram as well. So we want to
Okay.
start first with your Enneagram. You are 5W6 Enneagram. It's very easy to tell.
Okay.
5W6. That's the more intellectual round. Enneagram, those generally the smartest people.
Okay.
I'd look into it more. Thomas and Shelley can probably give you information on the Enneagram for 5W6 because both of them are 5W6 as well. But your response, you can pretty much, you can tell how long the information takes to get back to your brain. It's actually like I could just sit here and just wait. Dude. It takes quite a bit. I think it might be the longest. So you're responding. All right. So that's 100% responding. Okay. So that eliminates.
Oh, it's responding.
Okay. Responding means you're introverted. Okay. It just means your information goes to the back of your brain. Takes you a lot longer to, get it down. As somebody like myself, I can rapid fire it pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Extroverts' brain wiring is much to the front. So it doesn't much time to respond. And especially for ENTJs and ENFJs, they have the quickest wiring. So I can rapid fire pretty much anything on you.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that we're always right. So you gotta take that in context.
Okay.
You're responding. Okay, so that eliminates any types. You're also informative. So you're informative is a little different. You give a lot of extra context, extra details. You want to be very thorough. So with that being said, that makes you a background type, and there's only 4 background types: ISFJ, ISFP, INTP, and INFP. Okay, you're systematic, man. You're talking about the most efficient way to solve problems at the moment using ChatGPT and all this other stuff. To do as humans, stuff like that. So that means you're systematic. Okay, so the best way to do this, or you're implementing structures or routine to get control of your life. Okay, so with that being said, that eliminates you down to 2 types: ISFJ and INTP. Okay, and you are abstract and pragmatic because you're applying frameworks, you're applying theories and whatnot. With that being said, that makes you an INTP, which is usually 5W6s are either INTP or INTJ. That's usually the house for that Enneagram.
Okay. So I didn't get to take your money.
Huh?
I didn't get to take your money.
What you mean? What are you talking about?
Like you kind of you said I would bet on it if you are not
Huh?
if you're not that on Facebook.
Oh, I was right. So I was right. Oh wow. I figured that was you, but I wasn't 100%. I was 100%. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you're INTP. I'll let
Okay.
Thomas cue you in on 5W6 stuff because Thomas is
All
good
right.
at that and he's pretty good.
Well, I really don't know what to say other than 5W6, very, very analytical. Often they're one of their major issues is that they get too, like they just get too engrossed in their own thinking and over analyzing, and they don't take action. And it's like I think they often have a fear of taking action. It's like, and they actually get, it's like paralysis analysis where they'll get in a loop of like collecting information. And I guess that very often they feel like they're just not, like they're not prepared or like they're not knowledgeable enough. And when they compare themselves to other people, often they just feel like I guess they feel like they don't measure up compared to other people, and then that kind of like that's kind of what causes them to get in that loop of like, okay, I need to be more knowledgeable. And often what they'll do is they'll specialize in something that the people around them aren't specialized in, to kind of like to fill a niche, like a niche that others haven't. I was reading up a little bit actually on it last night, and in terms of like childhood development, one of the things that it said about fives is that very often as children, fives feel like they don't really have a place in their own family, or like in the family system. So because they don't feel like they have a place, it kind of like that's Murcer will call it like the deal with the devil that you make. So that's the deal that they end up signing, is that becoming like this hyper analytical kind of person. Again, often, they are among the most intelligent people, or the people with the highest IQs, if we're measuring intelligence that way. Their downsides are they can struggle with energy. I think they can be very protective of their time and energy. They're people infringing like on their time, or they're in one way or another infringing on the things that they want to do or their interests, that can stress them out and like maybe cause them, I think that with, at least with me, like if people are like stealing my time or like infringing on the things that are important to me, I'll find a way to just kind of like withdraw, or like just to like kind of protect myself and protect my time. So yeah, that's just some basic information, but yeah, there's definitely a lot more to it.
Yeah. So basically, man, I'll just give it a short.
Thanks a lot.
Basically, the deal the deal with the devil you made was you sacrifice analytical power, but with analytical power comes brain energy, and the brain uses a lot of your energy. Actually uses 1/5 of your energy. So if you that's normal people, right? But if you like ramp that up like fives do, then you're using a lot more energy than other people, and you're all in your head and not in the physical world. So that allows you to be a lot more drained than another person, or feel as though you don't have the energy to do things that you want to do. So you'll be a lot more energy. Or you might be tired.
So is there like because now that's basically like issue, and I could take it like an issue also, but so what would you advise me in that regard?
The advice I would give is to realize that you have more energy than you think, and give it a shot here and from time to time, and try to build it up like a muscle. Like don't go like balls to the wall the first time with your energy. See where you're at. Like okay, I'm doing this activity for X amount of time. By hour 2, I'm tired. Okay. Now tomorrow, try to go 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then 2 hours and 20 minutes. And slowly stretch that muscle a little bit. That's in trying to be knowing when you are analyzing too much. You need to realize that, hey, I've done enough analyzing. Dude, I'm one of the smartest people. If I ain't figured this shit out, most people ain't figuring it out. It's time. So that's what I would say. Understand. I mean, you see how in the group, I didn't know that was you, but you see how you were able to pinpoint like how interactions and stuff work with pretty much
Yeah.
limited what you. A lot of people can't do that. There's a lot of people still struggling with that shit after fucking 2-3 years, man.
Yes.
But fives and stuff can kind of like analyze that and get it down pretty quickly. And build a framework. But I would definitely try to put yourself outside and see where your energy, see how long it takes your energy to be dissipated, you know. And
Okay.
don't be afraid to tell somebody like, hey man, I'll deal with you another time, man. I'm out of energy.
Okay.
You know, like don't be afraid to say that. But that's the best advice I could give you.
Thank you very much, really. Thanks for this.
No
We're
problem.
appreciative of this.
Hey, look forward to seeing you in the group. You know, hopefully you'll join our monthly call. We'd love to have you on. INTPs are our true treasure.
Okay.
Shelly's hungover, so she's out of here, but we got to go. It's been an absolute pleasure. And keep posting, man.
Okay. Thank you very much, really.
All right,
All
brother.
right, man. Have a
Appreciate
good
it.
one. Thank you.
All right.